Greetings, good morning. How are we doing? Today is the 14th of November 2023. You're on to Augustine, and as usual, I've come to give us a summary of yesterday's founders meeting. And within the next few minutes, I'll be giving us a highlight and I'll be going into details of what the administration talked about in the meeting of yesterday. The first thing I would like us to know is that nothing good comes easy, challenges will always come. For us to build a community that will get to 1 billion active members, we have to go through a lot, especially the pioneers that started it. A good number of people have said that they've put in the money, put in their money into this system, and it's not forthcoming. I am also one of those who have done so. And we know that it will come when it's time. As at now, it's a time to sacrifice, it's a time to build. That's what we are doing. We are building, we are making the necessary sacrifices. But I can tell you that as our membership grows now, things are going to be done the right way. 7 years of experience is not 7 days. So I just want to reassure you guys that your money would not just go. You are going to get back your money when the time is due. That's a guarantee. On that note, let's now begin the meeting. So the administration talked about a few things yesterday. The first thing he talked about was the fact that the donations are going to be made available very soon. He just gave the debt forgiveness. That's the hurdle forgiveness. He gave the hurdle forgiveness for those who had been violating Joy. He has forgiven everybody. And if you go into your MetaMask, you'll find out that you've received your SBFC. But at this point, the administration wants to watch to see how the people will react. That's exactly what he wants to do. So everyone has received their SBFC. But I want you guys to take note that we are a centralized system. Please, let's take note. We are a private community. We are a centralized system to do with our currency as we choose. The administration has the right to freeze your account if you are caught violating the terms and conditions that has been put out by the administration. So there is going to be a timeline, there's going to be a period, an interval that the administration will watch members who have received their SBFC. If they are violating, and then if they are caught in the act of still violating, their accounts are going to be frozen, and then there is going to be some terms and conditions that will apply to them. As at now, there are some preparations that are being made. There are some terms and conditions that are being planned out by the administration and the Privy Council, which you are going to hear about very soon. And it will be expected that every member of the Simply Brilliant community who are active agents will follow through. If you are willing to be in this community and you are choosing, you have expected or have chosen to become an a worthy steward, then you are supposed to be in compliance. So our community is filled with a whole lot of rules, terms, and conditions, but that also applies to every other thing that succeeds. In every organization you find yourself, there is what you call modus operandi. There is what you call memorandum of understanding that will be signed between you, who is the player, and then also the people that are overseeing you. It applies to every organization. You don't just do what you like in any organization you find yourself. There are conditions you must comply with from every point of view in life. Now, even in the decentralized world, there are conditions that play out. But the truth is that the decentralized world is an evolving system, and it's going to be very difficult for them to come together because they have to contend with the elites. And the decentralized world are under the Security Exchange Commission. The likes of Binance, the likes of PoolCoin, the likes of any coin that is in the markets is under the jurisdiction of the Security Exchange Commission. And they can decide to stifle the way that things are being done. They can decide to charge more taxes than they should. And it's going to stifle that particular system. So there is no freedom on that part. The only part that there is freedom is Bitcoin. Now, the truth about Bitcoin is that a very good number of people who are elites has bought a reasonable chunk of it, and they are artificially creating what we call scarcity for Bitcoin because they understand what Bitcoin will do. They know that if Bitcoin is allowed to thrive, that it's going to stifle their freedom, it's going to cut their control over humanity. So as much as possible, Bitcoin is not also an option. If you are investing in Bitcoin at this point and you're expecting that your generations are going to be rich, then you are not making the right choice. You can actually have some reasonable amount of money from Bitcoin, but you are thinking of generational wealth. That era of investing large in Bitcoin and having generational wealth at this point is now on a question mark. If you are looking at a system that will be outside of the control of the elites and outside of the control of any government of any kind and the banking influence, then think about our Simply Brilliant community. We have what it takes, but we also have the rules that you must be in compliance with. So back to what I was saying, the administration has forgiven everybody who were defiant, who were not in compliance, and he is going to watch you. He's going to watch you and to see if you are going to continue to be in compliance. And you are not going to like the frequency that will follow if you are still stubborn about it. I can tell you that we are not going to give a hoot about not taking actions. We will take actions, and those actions we'll take are things that are not very friendly. So it's a good thing that we hear about this. It's a good thing we prepare for it. And it's a good thing that we be in compliance. Please, for your own gain, for your own safety, my advice. All right, so like I said, the administration will soon release the fundings to agents. And I don't know how soon. He said soon. It may be this week, it may be next week. But before the end of this month, fundings will be made available to the agents. And he is watching to see. And if those fundings are made available to the agents, he would also open the exchange so that agents can now begin to swap their money for USDT, provided they are active. Another thing you should bear in mind is if you are not an active member in the community, you will not receive your fundings, your agent donations. So everybody that will receive the agent donation must have an active account. One. Two, they must also have verified their account. These are the things that you must have done. And finally, you should have also met the Privy Council. If you've not met the Privy Council, then the administration would not send money into your account. It is the Privy Council that justifies that you are a worthy steward, and the Privy Council will soon be made available. I'm one of the members in the Privy Council. I've made that announcement a number of times. It is upon you to decide who you want to meet. There are several people, several members of the Privy Council that you can meet, and then they interview you, ask you some very simple questions, and if you are found in compliance and you answer them appropriately, then you are considered as a steward, a worthy candidate as an agent, and you receive your fundings when the administration is sending those fundings. So let's get ready, let's prepare, and let's be in compliance. All right, now the administration also said that our promo, the $22, is coming to an end this month on the 27th. That's what he said. Now, the 27th of this month ends the era of $22, and we begin a new program, which is going to be the shared bounty concept. The shared bounty concept is an excellent concept that is going to grow our community from December going forward. This is a program that will remain. It is now our new concept of bounty. And the program is going to be a two-edged program, or should I say a two beneficial concept program, where members of the community who have downlines can receive their bounty, and those who don't have downlines can also receive a kind of shared bounty that members in the community will enjoy. Now, it's going to be like a salary. So you would receive your bounty and you also receive your salary. As the community grows, your salary would appreciate. So when we begin, we may begin with as little as maybe $4 or $5. I don't know. I have no idea. But we are going to start small. And everybody who signs up for that program will benefit from the shared bounty that will come in, even though you don't have a downline. Now, you are going to enjoy that for a reasonable amount of time, but it is expected that if you are enjoying that benefit, you should go out there and then tell the people to join us. And each time you bring in one person, then that means your bounty appreciates. Your shared bounty appreciates. Your actual bounty as well appreciates. So it's up to you. You gain more when you bring in more people. When you bring in more people, you get more bounty. When you bring in more people, our collective wealth also appreciates and everybody enjoys it. For those of you who were in the system as far back as beginning, maybe 3-4 years ago, there was something that the administration talked about. And I'm trying to remember what it is. It's a kind of distribution where members of the community enjoy it. There is a name he called it, but it's a kind of concept that the administration wants to give. It's a kind of revenue. I'm trying to remember that particular name, where members of the community receive the rotator fundings. Excellent. Now, that is the kind of concept that is going to come in. But now, rotator fundings then was given to us in GGR, and we couldn't use it to do much. Now, that concept is coming in, but it will now be given to us in USDT. And as many that comes into the community and pays their subscription fee, which is now going to be about $33, $35, 8 grains of gold particularly. So whatever the value of 8 grains of gold is, then that's what it is. So it is expected that 8 grains of gold goes up. And if you are consistent in this program for a period of at least 3 months, then you should, if the community is growing, then you should be able to have enough money to take care of yourself. And then, pay your subscription fee, something of that nature, provided the community is growing. Please quote me by what I have said. Don't misquote me. If you are not paying your subscription fee and the community is not growing, then don't expect to have more than what you are getting. So it is a clarion call that everybody should go out there when they start receiving their rotator fundings to grow the community as they should. If you fail to grow the community, then don't expect any magic. It's not just there for you to have and every month you have it. No, it is expected that you receive it and then you grow the community. The money is for you to do what you want. And if things goes well, 6 months from now, you should be receiving something substantial, maybe $50 per month, maybe more than that. It depends on how well you are growing. If you are growing the community very well, some people in the community, as I speak with you, receive $200 every month. Now, that's purely associated with their bounties. Now, very soon, they'll receive bounties, they'll receive shared bounties, and that's going to be something reasonable. Sorry about the bridge. So the idea is that everybody has something to take home. That's the idea of the shared bounty. So the shared bounty is going to begin from next month, which is December. And for that to happen, this $22 has to be brought to an end. So I'm advising you, if you haven't taken advantage of it, do well to take advantage of it. Pay your subscription fee for $22. Pay as many months as you can. Whether you want to pay for 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, it's up to you. Pay the much you can and make sure that you benefit from it. Now, the next program that is coming in will promote or will be geared towards growing the community, which means new members coming in should be beneficiaries. While that is going on, by the side, there will be donations that will be taking place. Donations by agents receiving fundings from their co-agents, and they withdraw the money and then they make use of it to help the poor. You can also accumulate as much funds so that you can do it big. The administration has talked about it already on the blog. So those of you who study the blog, who read the blog, this information should not look alien to you. It's something that is already said there. So those of you who are reading or have not read, please go and study, go and read for your information. All right, on that said, now we'll be moving over to the next one. I've talked about the fact that the administration says the new program begins by December. So the next thing is that the administration advised that members who are paying their subscription fee should validate their account. If you haven't validated your account and you pay your subscription fee, then it won't go through. You have to validate your account, but you won't lose your fundings. As soon as you validate your account, then your fundings will go through, and then your transaction hash will be accepted. If you have not validated your account and you put in your transaction hash, it will decline it. So for your own advantage, for your own benefits, go verify your account so that the administration will know who you are he's dealing with. Okay. All right. So for that said, I think that was all the administration talked about yesterday, as simple as that. The administration also reminded the community that there are things going on behind the scene. And some of the things going on behind the scene is the SBC wallet is under preparation. And then the SBC wallet will look so much like the TBC wallet. But there'll be a bit of difference. There'll be an advanced engineering inside of the SBC wallet. One of the advanced engineering on the SBC wallet is that it would involve facial verification. That's exactly how it will be. Now, you know that there was a time the administration stopped with, he cut off TBC. The reason why he cut off TBC was because people were duplicating TBC and they were using it in the outside world. So people were confused. They didn't know which is which. Now, in the new system the administration is bringing in, which will involve the SBC wallet, there will be what you call facial verification. And that facial verification will apply to only members that have an active account. If you are not having an active account and you put in your face, it won't verify you because it will say you are inactive. So therefore, it would require you to meet someone to pay for you. And then once he pays for you, your account becomes accessible to you. There's going to be an upgrade. There's going to be a KYC. We may think we've done KYC, but we are going to do a review of KYC when the time is due. So there will be an upgrade of the SBC wallet that will be coming in. And then following that, there'll be a lot of other things that would come up next year. A lot of things are going to come up next year. And only those who were persistent, who were steadfast, who were committed are going to gain what is going to come next year. And I will advise you to make sure that you are consistent, you are persistent, because this program that the administration is going to bring in is going to grow the community exponentially. It will return the community to the original plan of how the community should be. So please and please pay the price and you are going to gain the benefits. All right, that said, we move to the question side. Now, there are a number of people who asked questions, but before the questions took place yesterday, Dr. Kaudasha took time to explain how you can deal with moving your money from MetaMask into Trust Wallet. And of course, it's a simple thing. He also put it on the blog. I think by now the administration has put it on the blog. So when you go to the blog, you'll see it. We're going to share my screen soon so that we'll look into a few things. And if you're going to access using Trust Wallet to make your payments or to do anything, make sure that you have also registered your accounts. Those of you who are still having glitches with MetaMask, well, you have to make sure that you have registered your Trust Wallet before you use it to make payments or use it to make donations of anything. Please, so that you don't end up creating more difficulty for yourself. That's to your advantage. All right, now moving to the questions. I was only able to take note of one question. My advice is that please go meet a Privy Council and then get yourself verified. Another thing you should take note of is the Privy Council are going to see if you are eligible to take part in an agent donation, and I mean agent goodwill. If you are a child, and some of you are actually putting your children there, possibly because you're financially buoyant. Well, based on the terms and conditions of the community, you are not eligible. And it is one person, one account. We take note of everybody that comes in. Everything is recorded. So we can't have you twice. Once you have been, we have the database of everybody that are agents, okay? So if you come in and you are recorded, it is sent to the administration for review. So take note of what is going on. I'm opening up everything to the community because you should know the processes that are involved. So once the administration comes and reviews it, you will suffer the consequences if you are seen twice. So I don't want you to come twice. Don't come and say, I'm standing in for my child. It doesn't work. That's very wrong. The system has always said one person, one account. So we're not looking at more than one person, okay? Don't say I'm standing on behalf of my husband. Let whoever it is that will do the goodwill come in by himself, and then let's interview him, ask him the questions that are supposed to be asked, and then if he's found eligible, then he is qualified and he will receive the fundings. But if he's not found eligible, unfortunately, those fundings will not get to him. So these are part of the things that the community are doing to make sure that things are done the right way. We are a community and we are self-governed. Okay? All right, so someone came and asked a question yesterday after he uploaded the administration. He said the administration has done a very good job and that he really appreciates the steps he's taking to get things right. And I do appreciate the fact that the administration is doing a very good job as well. Now, he asked a question, or he asked the administration to be a bit more interactive going forward. Whenever the administration is live, that he should share his screen, and then even though he won't record it, but let the community know what is involved, so that as he's speaking, he's going about an audiovisual interaction with the members in the community, so that they will have a better comprehension of what he's trying to say. The administration agreed and said that going forward, he's going to do that. And then the next thing that the administration, the person asked, he said, why can't you swap SBFC? The simple answer is because SBFC has not yet been launched. When we worked with JoyG, we launched JoyG at a very funny price. That's about 4,000. And the liquidity wasn't there to support JoyG. The liquidity wasn't there to support JoyG. And that's very funny. JoyG actually went up because there was nobody that was holding, only the administration was holding it. But as it started moving to the hands of members of the community, the price started dropping because they started using it for things, one thing or the other. The plan of JoyG was that it wasn't supposed to be used in the markets. It was supposed to be used on a peer-to-peer note. That was the original plan. But of course, people don't hear, people don't listen, people do what they like. People are so self-willed in this community. So they didn't listen, they just decided to do it their way. Of course, it's easier to swap. So they just kept swapping. And each time they kept doing it, the price kept dropping. And then the administration didn't also, the then administration, which is Admin Scott, Admin Jack Freeman, not Admin Scott, Admin Jack Freeman. He didn't, I don't know if he had the means to stop them, because upon my interaction with the present administration, he said that there was a possibility to have sanctioned those people, but the administration possibly decided to let it be. I don't know why he decided to do what he did, but today all of us are suffering because of the actions of a few of us. And now the administration, presently Admin Scott, has learned his lesson, and he wouldn't want to be beat twice. So SBFC will not be in the market until we have the liquidity to support the price. And that's exactly what we just started a few weeks ago, roughly a month ago or so. So don't expect SBFC to be in the market until the price has gotten to a very reasonable level, above 5,000, perhaps above 10,000. And when we are 10,000 active members, be sure that the community is running into over 50,000 members. And when you are seeing those numbers, be sure that we have the liquidity to support it. So we are going to have what you call a strict control over SBFC, so that the price of SBFC will reflect the number of people that are in the community. Now, the intent of the admin is to see that we don't make that mistake we did on JoyG. So JoyG is going to be as it is. People will receive their quadruple match, and then it won't be sent to them immediately because the price of JoyG has to be stable first. And then we start working towards pushing the price up. That's up to the administration and the members of the Privy Council to know. That's exclusively for those people, Privy Council, the administration. But we have to get the community properly organized first. And properly organized means that every member who are holding JoyG should be registered in the community as active members, and they should be in compliance, because it is what you do that will determine if you get SBFC or not. If you're not in compliance, we freeze your account. And when we freeze your account, if you keep doing what you are doing, we keep dealing with you until you learn to obey the terms and conditions of our community. We're not doing anything out of crazy. We're doing things to make sure that we succeed. And if you are going to be the one to stand on our way, prepare for the policies that will be coming up very soon. Those policies will have very good plans, disciplinary measures, to the point where you will be removed from the community if you refuse to be in compliance. We are private and we have every right to do what we wish. Yes, we are private, we have every right. So if you do not want to be in that category, then be in compliance for your own gain, for your own benefits. Okay? On that said, going back to SBFC, we have to make sure that the liquidity grows to a substantial level. When it gets to a very reasonable level, maybe when the price is about $15,000, then we can now put it on the market. And remember that we are private. There are some things many of you don't know about SBFC. Let me educate you so that you will know. Now, we hear about CBDC, right? Now, CBDC is like Bitcoin, but it's not Bitcoin, okay? Now, CBDC is designed to make sure that it achieves its intent, which is controlling the citizens. That's what CBDC is. But the truth about CBDC is it's designed to make you poorer. It's designed to make you a victim of what the state wants to achieve. That's what CBDCs are. CBDCs is designed to evolve into universal basic income, where humanity becomes completely dependent on the government. They will wipe out cash by inflation and by excess taxation as you begin to see things play out. If you are paying attention, you know that inflation is going up, and then there is a lot of taxation. Anything you do, there is a whole lot of charges. Your money is becoming worthless. Now, more of it is going to play out next year. So prepare yourself. It shouldn't take you unawares. The truth has to be said. Now, that's what CBDC is. Now, our currency is like CBDC, but ours is to evolve and push you into a realm of abundance. And we are going to protect our currency at all costs. If you choose not to be in compliance, then you are not welcome into our community. That's what our SBFC is. Our SBFC will keep gaining value over time as the membership grows. In the CBDC world, as more people adopt it, the money becomes worthless, just like the way paper money is. It's going to happen that way. The difference is that paper money, there is an escape route, because you have it in your possession. In CBDC, everything is seen, everything is controlled, and you don't have money. You can't evade tax, and then you become worthless. You won't be able to, you would see that you'll be borrowing. All you're doing is borrowing, and you won't have the money to pay back. They have a very satanic agenda for us, humanity. That's what they will use, CBDCs. And as many that accept CBDCs are doomed. But our currency will build a life of abundance. Our currency is going to make sure that people are going to live free. As our membership grows, the value will appreciate. Now, when our value, SBFC value, has gotten to a very reasonable level, we then put it in the market. Once it's in the market, well, I don't think at that point it will be easy for people to have one. It will be difficult for people to have one coin. Now, it will be impossible at that point for people to repeat the thing they did to JOYG. JOYG went down because people were selling it. Some people buy, they sell. They were using it like an exchange. They were using it like a coin. Buy low, sell high. Now, in SBFC, I want you to also know that when we launch and we're in the market, if you are not an active member of the Simply Brilliant community, you won't be able to buy that coin. And even if you're able to buy it, you won't be able to access it inside your MetaMask. Let me say it again. When we launch and we're in the public market, if you are not an active member in the Simply Brilliant community that has verified his wallet or her wallet, if you buy those coins, you'll find out that it will be unenabled. It will look like it's gray. It will look like you can't open it. You can't send money. You can't do anything with it. It will look useless in your hand. So it will be advised that members who are not in the community should not buy it. It will be seen as a private coin. That's what that coin will be. And the likes of Binance would not be willing to even buy it because it won't favor their markets. It's not just a coin. It is a private coin. And if they put it in their market, then it means they are advising that everybody should become members of the community. It means they are promoting our community, which they will never do. So it's going to be in PancakeSwap. And as many who wants to buy from PancakeSwap will buy as active members, verified active members. And there will also be a limit of what you can buy. If you buy more than that, then the system will actually put you on a question mark. It will be advised that whoever wants to buy as much as possible should deal with our private exchange. That is the idea of our distribution plan. And there is nothing you and I will do about it. It is something you should be aware of. So our SBC is an indicator. SBFC is an indicator of how well the community is growing. For JOYG, it's a mistake we made, and we have to deal with that mistake. As our membership grows, we are hoping that we'll get enough control of all the people that are holding on to JOYG. That's what we are hoping. And if we're able to get control of those who are holding on to JOYG, we'll use our distribution concept for SBFC to decide how they spend JOYG. JOYG will recover, and people will enjoy JOYG. But it's going to be more or less like on a peer-to-peer note. So we're going to deal with JOYG, we're going to deal with SBFC on a peer-to-peer note. But for now, we are still very early. Don't be in a haste to ask what happens to my Joy G, what happens to my quadruple match. We have made the mistake. It will take some time to correct that mistake. Okay? All right. So I believe I've been able to say a lot. Please, if you are an agent, go meet a Privy Council member, interact with them, and then become an active agent. It's to your own gain. All right, that said, I believe I've summarized. Please, if you're tuning into my broadcast for the first time, I would appreciate if you can like. Do well to like. It's part of social proof. Like this channel, share with your friends, share with your loved ones, share these informations, because I'm not just giving these informations for giving sake. It's to keep the community updated. If you are not sharing the information, then you are not helping matters. Good morning, sir. Great Minds Online. I wish I could know your name. Great Minds Online. And then Richard Apia. Good morning, sir. Good work done. Thank you. Good morning, Ambassador. Good morning, Simply Brilliant community. Well done. We shall get to our desired haven. All right. Good morning, Ambassador. Thank you very much for your consistency to see that community is well informed. Yeah, you're very welcome. So if there is anyone who has his questions to ask, you can ask your questions. I would also crave your indulgence, those of you who have been watching. Please, if you have your questions to ask, if you were not present on the live section, ask on the comment section. I would answer. There is something I should also make you understand. Some of you came and asked me, one of you asked me that what is my fate for Joy G? What's my fate for K-Love, for GGR, and for Farmwall? And then for my stakings and for my buybacks and all that, they asked me the question on the comment section. Have I lost all my money? Now, your answer, it's dependent on where your money is. If your money is inside the exchange, you haven't lost it. You are going to get back your money. If your money is inside the exchange, you will definitely get back your money. Okay? The administration will give it back to you. But of course, he won't give it back to you in GGR. He won't give it back to you in Farmwall. He won't give it back to you in K-Love. The only currency the community will be using going forward will be SBC and SBFC. So it's obvious that he will give it back to you in SBFC, provided you're in compliance with the community, provided you haven't sold Joy G. There are conditions that will be required of you. If you are in lawful standing with the community, you'll get back the money. As long as the community appreciates to a sizable number, you will get back your money. That is what I have to let you know. Okay? Now, if your money is maybe Farmwall and it's inside the public, you don't have it in the private exchange, then it's not the admin's problem. That's your problem. You have to deal with it. Everything has been put out there on the blog. I don't know if you guys are reading the blog. I don't know if you guys are reading the blog. I hope you are reading the blog, because I'm actually reiterating what the administration said in the blog. And I'm also reiterating some personal information he shared with me. So even if I didn't give out the personal information, everything that you're supposed to know is on the blog. So there is nothing hidden. Everything is on the blog. So the administration will only take responsibility for stock funds. Stock funds are the funds that are on the exchange. Stock funds are your buybacks for those who had a reasonable amount of buybacks. And then stock funds are also funds that are on the staking. These are the things the admin will take note of. On the stock funds for the exchange, he's looking at K-Love, he's looking at GGR, he's looking at Farmwall. All these things will be converted into SBFC when we've gotten to a sizable number and returned to you, provided you are active. If you are not active in the community, you will be required to pay your dues. You can't stay aloof and expect the community to succeed, and then you just come in and say, I want to take my spoil, or I want to take what is my own. Did you stay with the community when they were going through the tough times? Were you able to stay with us? Or you just decided to sit aloof and then you waited for the men to do the hard work, or for the well-abled, those who had the heartbeat of the community in mind, to do the real hard work? And then you now come in and say, okay, I want to get my own reward. It's my own. Therefore, you give it to me. but you have been inactive for about 5 to 6 months, and you think the community will just give it to you. No, there were conditions the community had put down. He had told you, the admin has said it before, and it's also in our system. It's been put out there that everybody are building a commonwealth. The money doesn't belong to anybody, it belongs to all of us. So it's a commonwealth, but it depends on how you want to enjoy that distribution. If you put in more, you get more, but it's a commonwealth. It belongs to you and I. Therefore, there are rules that will be put out to decide how you use the money. If you use the money carelessly, the community will hold you accountable for what you are doing, and you'll be punished as well. So you should understand that it's commonwealth. But everybody who will stay in this community will become very wealthy in the future because it's the commonwealth. When the elites find out that they have no control over us, they are going to go crazy. So it depends on how you want to go about it. Okay? All right. I believe I've said everything I'm supposed to say. Look, the next thing I'm going to do now is share my screen, and then we'll talk about one or two things, and that'll be the end. So, brother Akwe Emmanuel is saying that my explanations were very clear. Please do well to like. Like has its significance. There should be a message we pass on by watching this video and liking it. If you can, do well to like. All right, so we are now at the final phase, which is sharing my screen, and then within the next 1 minute or so, we're out. So sharing my screen now being shared. And I just wish that before the 27th, we can get to 5,000. It's very possible if we can just do a little work and then bring back people to pay their subscription fee. We can get to 5,000. When we're 5,000, our SBFC becomes $30. So when we're 7,000, it becomes $35. When we're 9,000, it becomes $40. When we are 10,000, 11,000 or so, we keep growing. Anyway, so that said, this is $22 extended. It didn't put a timeline, but I think the admin tried to have left it till 27th. He tried. So these are blogs to take note of. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do well to read these blogs. These are informations that will keep you up to date. These are very sensitive informations to keep you up to date. Now, I want to read this, and then we'll go to the blog and we'll finalize. Warning: agents that violate the huddle rules will be ineligible while their violation periods of 7 days is in effect. There is going to be an upgraded policy. It's coming out. Prepare for it. Any agent that violates huddle rule will not receive agent activation funds and will not be shown on the daily reports. Don't violate the huddle rule. So this is for your information, okay? All right. So another thing I should also bring to your attention is this. Agents' donations are currently at a low. So we have not been able to activate agents this past week. Remember, your selected agents will receive their SBFC in the next few coming days. So it's not going to be too long, but the administration is going to be strict. Remember, the policies are coming out. I'm emphasizing on this because when you begin to violate, don't say the community is unfair. Don't say the community is too strict. I would refer to you as irresponsible if you choose not to align, because for us to succeed, there must be conditions. For a plant to grow, there must be water. For a plant to grow, there must be sunlight. For a plant to grow, there must be a balance in the atmosphere, in the environment. These are the things that will cause it to grow, or else it becomes malnourished. Same thing applies to every human being. Same thing applies to anything. Okay? All right, so we'll receive the SBFC funds in the next few coming days. Once approved by the Privy Council, agent activation will still be available if we reach a donation of 200. So it's up to us. It's in our hands to make it happen. All right, so another thing I should bring to our attention, which many of us may not be aware of yet, is under this reward section. When you come to the reward section, you click on rewards. Before, you used to click on SBC balance and then you see some things. When you click on rewards, I don't know how many of you has looked into it, but these are your rewards, okay? Now, these are what you call your internal ledger of every activity. Every activity, your payment of subscription fee, the bounty you've received, and then the donations that has come to you, everything is found here. Now, if you see here, you see select wallet, you click on select wallet, and then you click on this. Now, this is an instance, okay? And then when you scroll down, you find out that so far so good. I've had 1,392 entries of donations that has been coming in different formats. So you also have your own. You can also get your own. Just by coming here, you can have a look of all the activities that has been happening since you've been receiving your donations, your subscription fee payments, your 50%, bounty, everything is here. And then when you come here, you click on SBC balances and reward. It's also another part of it. So there are a lot of things that are going on behind the scene, which many of us may not be aware of. I hope you are awake to what is going on. All right. That said, finalizing. Founders meeting updates, Monday, November. So take your time and read through. I'm not going to go through all the details. Nah, I won't do that. So take your time and read through. Get to understand. The only thing I'm going to show us is this. That's the only thing I'll talk about. I'll just read it and we're good. Our shared bounty program will be launching in December on the 1st of the month. In order to do that, we must end the 22 USD KCBO fee promo, and it will be returning to 8 grains, which is roughly $33. Yeah, so take advantage of it now. Take advantage of that now. Take advantage of the $22 now. We will be ending the $22 KCBO fee promo on November 27th. It's a Monday, 3 days before the end of the month. It will not be extended. So if you want to take advantage of that promo, do it before the 27th. At midnight server time on the 27th, the promo will end. So it's up to you. It's up to you to decide how you want to deal with it. But I wish we can build our membership to 5,000. I hope we can do that. All right. That said, we are good. Thank you so much for your time. Remember to like, remember to share, remember to subscribe. If you have any questions to ask, you can ask. If you don't have any questions to ask, then I'll be bringing this meeting to a close. In the next 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There are no questions. All right, it's a pleasure having you guys. Till I come your way again some other time. Cheers and God bless you. Bye for now.